Line drive, center field, might drop, and does. Base hit. Markakis to second. It's kicked by the center fielder Bellinger. Markakis heads to third. The throw, he's safe, and Albies moves up to second.
My at-bat was pretty easy. It was second and third, with 2 outs. They intentionally walked me to get to Newcomb.
They will wave Charlie to first. Sean Newcomb, a very light-hitting pitcher, 2 for 45 for the season.
Yeah, you know, it was crazy. I was just hoping that that Newcomb could battle and get, you know, Ronald up, and that ended up happening.
It's a bases-loaded walk to the pitcher of all people that allows the Braves to break through in Game 3.
Sean went up there and he took another walk. We couldn't believe it. I was shocked.
I mean, Nuke drawing the walk was just unbelievable, and with 2 outs.
And with the bases loaded, next up will be Ronald Acuna.
All of a sudden, the bases get loaded for the most exciting ball player we have on the team.
You know, it's one of those situations where you kind of know you got a young kid on the mound, he throws hard. You got a young kid at the plate who can hit a fastball, and you're just kind of thinking, you know, he's almost got to come fastball here.
You don't want to give him anything too good. And he'll take nowhere. Wow. Didn't look like it was anywhere close, and in fact, Sean Newcomb at first started to take off for second.
You know, Ronald gets a 3-0. We thought it was ball 4.
It looked right down the middle, I guess, but maybe about a foot too high.
I felt bad for the young kid up there at that moment.
I was not happy. I don't think anybody in the dugout was happy. You could tell that ball was crossing at Ronald's nose.
The way Ronald handled it, he didn't even care. It's like he wanted that at bat. He wanted that next pitch.
That was a gift. Yeah. See if you can take advantage of it.
You just kind of had a sense that something was going to happen, something was going to give.
I think we all knew something special was going to happen because you had a special kid in the batter's box, and guess what? He hit a grand slam.
The 3-1. Acuna swings. It's a high drive to left center field.
¿De qué le dice?
Taylor back at the wall. It is gone. A grand slam for Acuna.
The stadium was shaking.
You couldn't even hear yourself think.
As soon as he hit it, if you see the video, I put in my 2 arms up till the ball landed, because I knew as soon as it left the bat, it was gone.
way back, it's gone!
The chills that I had, I was on second base, and seeing him hit the home run and the reaction from the fans.
De verdad que se sintió súper bien, increíble, porque no era la temporada, sino que eran los playoffs. Cambia la manera de jugar, cambia la adrenalina, cambia todo. De verdad que fue algo súper increíble.
Jansen to Freeman, swung on and missed, strike 3. The Dodgers beat the Braves 6-2, and for the 3rd consecutive season, the Dodgers are going to the National League Championship Series. Next stop, Milwaukee, as they storm out of the dugout.
Coming out of that pitching machine. And he gets a curveball, and it's a bouncer to second base. Wong lost the handle. A run's going to score. Everybody safe.
A misplay by the Cardinals, a 1-0 lead for Atlanta.
And that's a rare error. This Cardinal team also improved defensively. Last year they were last in the league in defense. This year they were first.
Hasn't played in a game since September 19th. You're wondering if that led to the issue. Really just fumbled it coming out of his glove.
Dallas Keuchel. Bader takes off. Keuchel never saw him. He took one courtesy look. Bader steals third base. And now the Cardinals with a runner at third. Bader takes his lead. Fowler rolls one to the right side. Coming home, Bader, no play. And it is a ground out. Fowler delivers the run. We are tied at 1. 3-1 on Swanson. Here he comes, and Swanson on the ground, off the chest of Edman, and the throw to second, not in time. A run is in. Now another trying to score, and Markakis is in. 2 runs are in for the Atlanta Braves. 3-1.
Goldschmidt hits it a mile. Left field, and it's a goner in the top deck down the left field line. Goldschmidt with his 5th career postseason home run. The Cardinals trail by a run in the 8th.
The Young and Wong take off. Carpenter in the left field. Duvall coming in on the slicing pop-up. It's down. It's fair. Here comes Wong. The throw to the plate on a hop is in time. Whoa! What a throw from Duvall. 1 run scores to tie the game. Duvall bazookas another runner down, and we remain tied. Look at this throw across the line, avoiding the base runner. A perfect hop. 3-3, all tied. 0-2 pitch, curveball, a shot, fair! Down into the corner it goes. Fowler is in. Right behind him is Edman. He will score. And into second base with a 2 RBI double, Marcell Ozuna. 5-3 Cardinals.
It would be a miracle if they don't.
Here is the pitch for Wong, and he swings and grounds it fair past first. That's going to score 2 more at least. Here comes Molina. They stop him at third, and the Cardinals have taken a 7-3 lead now.
Delivered a lot of traffic tonight. Acuna, drive, left center field. He's going to watch this one. 2-run bomb for Acuna. And it's 7-5. It's a 2-run game with 1 swing of the bat.
The first 4 hitters in this Braves lineup are as good as any in the game, led by number 13.
2-2 the count. And Freeman, center field, hit well. This one's going to fly. Freddie Freeman makes it a 1-run game. A splash down. 7-6 St. Louis. Freeman's got him knocking at the door.
How's that out call at first base field now for the Atlanta Braves?
Now Atlanta down to their last strike. Cardinals are trying to keep it that way. Here comes a 1-2 from Martinez. Markakis takes a cold strike 3, and the ball game is over. Martinez picks up the win. Some extreme bending, but he doesn't break. 2-1 now on Donaldson. And a swing and a line drive left field, base hit. In to score is Albies. Josh Donaldson, another first inning RBI, back-to-back games. The Braves score first. 3-2. Runner takes off, swing and a miss, throw down to second. That is by design, trying to get the run home. Now a snap throw to third, and Markakis is out. The Braves trying to steal a run from the Cardinals, who execute to perfection. 2 crisp throws. Wong on the ground, got a chance here. Albies, Swanson thrown to first, and it's in time. A double play. Inning-ending double play. 4-6-3 it goes, and Foltynewicz 7 scoreless. Look at him, fired up. What a performance in game 2. And it is going to be Adam Duvall. It's going to be the end of the line here for Foltynewicz. 3-2, 2 outs. McCann takes off, and Duvall in the air, center field. That is back. Bader at the wall, and she's gone. Adam Duvall, a 2-run pinch hit home run. 3-0 Atlanta. Melanson a strike away. Here it comes, and a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and the Braves win game 2. Mark Melanson right back on the horse, picks up the save for Atlanta. First Braves shutout in the playoffs since 2001. How about that? Still got a little gas. That's a called strike 3. Wainwright goes back upstairs. There's a nasty slider to get his first strikeout of the game. 2 for 8 in the series. Had a key double in game 1, did Wong, and he's chasing here. Down he goes. Outings in his Cardinal career, 80%. And he's got a strikeout on Donaldson. Middle down of the order. See a lot of pitches. There's a curve and a called strike 3. 100 career postseason strikeouts for Adam Wainwright. And Soroka chases one, down he goes. And a swing and a miss, and DeYoung strikes out. Swing and a miss. Soroka comes back to strike him out. A swing and a miss. Went to the curve and a strikeout. There's a wave and a miss. How about that pitch? Carpenter looks at one. Called strike three. There's a called strike three. Made quick work of his mound opponent. 2-2 count, 2 outs. 6th inning. Freeman, a swing and a miss. Wainwright struck him out. Played 1 and 2 the count. And a swing and a miss. And Duvall, a broken bat. Liner to Carpenter. Throw to first is late. 2nd out of the inning. 120 pitches for Wainwright. And Schultz going to take the ball and listen to this ovation on his way out. Dansby Swanson, the runner at third, Acuna at second, and then Albies over at first base.
Freeman 0 for 2 against Miller with a strikeout.
No balls and a strike with 2 outs. Freeman in the air, center field. That's going to be routine for Dexter Fowler. He'll plant on the arch. He'll make the catch. Inning is over, and the Braves strand 3. 1-0 St. Louis. And Swanson in the air to left field. That ball is hit well. Ozuna looks up, and that's down off the wall. Hamilton scores the tying run. It's a double for Dansby Swanson. All even at 1 in St. Louis. Wow. Now runners at second and third. And here is Adam Duvall again, his 2nd plate appearance. Martinez deals, and that one's driven into center field. Bader coming in, can't get it. It's down. 1 run is in. Ortega. Here comes Swanson. He will score. And Adam Duvall strikes again. A 2 RBI double for Duvall. 3-1 Atlanta in the 9th. 1 ball, 1 strike. Molina, center field, and that's going to do it. Acuna makes the play, and the Atlanta Braves with a snatch-em-back win in Game 3.
This is going to be the part of the order that's going to be tough on Keuchel. Goldschmidt's got 4 hits in the series and a home run, and Ozuna's red hot right behind him.
Goldschmidt sends one deep to left. Way back. This one is gonna fly out of here. Towering fly ball home run. And the Cardinals strike first. Paul Goldschmidt with his 2nd home run of this division series. Now Ozuna, is that going to stay fair? That's got plenty of heat, and that one is gone. Back-to-back jacks for the St. Louis Cardinals. A ball and no strikes. And that ball's in the air, right center field, hit well. Edmonds on the run, will run it down. Swanson will tag, and he will score. Ozzie Albies with a sac fly and an RBI. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Ozuna. And he hits that one deep to left. This ball's way back, and Ozuna with his 2nd home run. The Cardinals do add on. 3-1 St. Louis on Ozuna's 2nd clout.
Well, the Cardinals have been trying to elevate, but this ball is down by Keuchel, but it's middle for Ozuna. Such a powerful swing.
Looking like the best hitter on the field right now. 2-1 the count. Duvall, a shot to third, bounces off Carpenter. In the score is Swanson, and everybody safe. The Cardinals sacrifice. Tying run at first, and Albies sends one in the air deep to right field, and this one's gonna play. This one is gonna be gone. Ozzie Albies, a 2-run home run. The Atlanta Braves have taken the lead here in St. Louis. It was a 3-run 9th inning last night. It's a 3-run 5th inning here today as Ozzie Albies, who hit 24 homers during the regular season, delivers a big one here in Game 4. Now the bases are loaded again for the 2nd consecutive inning, and it's going to be Adeiny Echeverria to bat. Here's the 0-2. Echeverria sends one deep into left field. Ozuna is back, and he's got it. Oh, I thought he jumped him. It dies at the wall. And Molina shoots one to right, off the glove of Freeman. In to score is Goldschmidt, and this game is tied.
Well, fastball away to Molina. Almost looked like there were two broken bat hits in that inning, and just over the head of the 6'5" tall Freddie Freeman.
Tehran deals. Molina in the air, left field. Duvall's got a great arm, but that is deep. Wong ready to run. He tags. Here he comes. Duvall's throw, no chance. And the Cardinals have won Game 4. When the Cardinals need a moment, they look to Yadier Molina. Not once, but twice in this game.
He gets the game-tying hit and then gets a fastball up in the strike zone and hit it deep enough to score Colton Wong.
Phenomenal Game 4. Phenomenal series. Fire that bat, Yadi. We're going to a Game 5, partner. This is something
Beautiful.
special. And now Foltynewicz will face Marcell Ozuna. Nobody's been hotter this postseason than Ozuna. Ozuna shoots one to right. That's down. A base hit, and the Cardinals will strike first. And Marcell Ozuna stays hot. RBI single, 1-0 Redbirds. And Carpenter lays off. Ball 4, a bases loaded walk, and it is 2-0 St. Louis. RBI the easy way for Matt Carpenter. The 0-1. Edman pulls one. That's fair. Inside the bag. Foul territory in the corner it goes. Big bounce to Markakis. This is going to bring in 2 runs, and Tommy Edman strikes again. The fantastic rookie Tommy Edman delivers 2 with a double. And the first batter for Fried will be the pitcher Jack Flaherty. And is that ball 4? It is. 4. Max Fried walks the pitcher. The Cardinals have batted around 2 walks with the bases loaded. And it's 5-0 St. Louis in winner-take-all games. Fowler, that's inside the bag. Another fair ball. This is going to score 2 more, and the Cardinals just pouring it on in the first inning. Dexter Fowler with a 2 RBI double. It is a 7-run first inning. Jack Flaherty hasn't even taken the mound yet. Here's Colton Wong, infield in. Wong lines one into left center field. That's down. That's going to go to the wall. 2 more runs are going to score, and Colton Wong makes it 9-0. The Redbirds on a rampage here in the first inning. And he knows he is going to have a massive lead with which to work. Ozuna strikes out. McCann's got to chase it down. He falls down. He can't make the throw. And Ozuna's going to be safe. Another run's going to score as the Braves cannot secure the strikeout. It is 10-0 St. Louis in the first inning. Never been done in the history of Major League Baseball in the postseason in the first inning. Nice play by Flaherty. And Markakis will roll out. Flaherty puts up a 0 in the first. So it's a triple with 1 out. Here is DeYoung with the infield in. And lines one right field, slicing. That is going to bounce off the wall. In to score is Edman, and DeYoung into second base with an RBI double.
With the bases loaded, the pitch. Bader swings, and he singles up the middle, scoring Colton Wong. Ozuna stops at third. The Cardinals lead 12-0 in the third inning.
There's a line shot. Paul DeYoung with a base hit. Another run's going to score. Ozuna is in, and DeYoung with 2 RBIs on his second hit. Wasting no time. It is 13-0. Still a lot of game to be played. It's a 13-1 game. But you take the moments when they come, and right now the Braves have an opportunity. 3-1. Freeman on the ground. Long run for Wong. And he goes to second for the out to end the inning. And then he comes up, and it all culminates in him pitching twice in the division series. Mama's enjoying every bit of this. Mama Flaherty seeing her son dominate Atlanta. There it is. The St. Louis Cardinals advance to the NLCS. The Cardinals beat the Braves in Game 5, 13-1. On the strength of a 10-run first inning their 14th in LCS and the first since 2014.
Max Fried ready to go to work to put the opening touches on his first postseason start. Look at this. Fried's going to get out of the inning. Wrapped to shortstop. Swanson, as sure as they get. On the mound for the Reds today, a 2018 All-Star himself, and likely the front runner for National League Cy Young honors, Trevor Bauer. Back to work on Duvall, the 1-2, and a curveball takes care of him. The first strikeout of the day for Trevor Bauer. There's that little slider again. Back-to-back strikeouts, strand a runner in scoring position. And Votto's caught looking. The fact that Nick is such a good hitter, caught looking that time. Got him on it. How'd you know that?
A page from Acuna's development.
Froze him on the fastball. How about 5 straight strikeouts for Trevor Bauer, dealing. Now, little did the Reds know that the COVID-19 pandemic would make the universal DH happen this year, but it appears it's here to stay. Oh, and he got a call on it to strike out Ozuna.
Position to be in.
And a called strike 3 taken by Duvall. Swanson, etc.
It's such a nice mix. And he went there on the strikeout. That's been in the game over 40 years. He still studies a lot like he's a young man. There's a breaking ball.
And Markakis can't hold off on the breaking ball in the dirt. 8 strikeouts for Trevor Bauer today. He's entrusted to be the 1A. He's the top of the rotation. And he strikes out Senzel, his 4th of the game. 0-2 to Suarez. Froze him on the breaking ball. 5 strikeouts for Fried.
But this is a fastball, so it should be okay.
Got him swinging. Trevor Bauer strands a leadoff double to keep it scoreless in Atlanta. But was added for this wild card series along with former Padre outfielder Travis Jankowski. First pitch misses high, and now they've got in a rundown Kyle Farmer. Runner from third breaks for the plate. All the Braves need to do is tag him and execute it. And the tag is applied right before Aquino can cross the plate. Austin Riley sold out and dove. Duvall can't hang on.
At least 6 months. I wish we had 3 games.
11 strikeouts for Trevor Bauer. Jeurys Familia allowed a 9th inning run, and that was the difference. And that's 12 strikeouts for Trevor Bauer. It's going to be it. What a performance by Trevor Bauer today. It'll be up to the Cincinnati bullpen from here on out. Both starters brilliant in this series opener. Who's going to do that Yankees-Indians game if this one continues into the night?
My nephew Nick.
What's Berman doing tonight? The swing and a miss by Riley. Sims pitches out of it, stranding the winning run at second. 1-2-3. Matza carves up the Moose, leaves him loaded. Another chance for the Braves to walk it off, going to the last of the 11th, still scoreless. Got him looking. 3 straight strikeouts after back-to-back singles open the inning. And the Reds, who've let a lot of opportunities go by the boards today, let a big one go here in the 12th. But the Shadows themselves will play a role at some point the longer we go. Full 2. And we are going to the 13th.
So while you got to be careful, you still have to be under control.
Broke his bat, grounded his shortstop, and the Braves get out of it. Unbelievable. Bases loaded, 1 away, and we're going to the bottom of the 13th, still without a run.
Buster, this Shadows don't make it any easier. That was a very defensive swing.
And the Braves have won it. Who else but Freddie Freeman to deliver the walk-off blow? Boy, it didn't come easily. The only run of the game in the bottom half of the 13th. 22-year-old rookie right-hander Ian Anderson starting for Brian Snitker and the Braves today. Comes upstairs with a fastball, strikes out a 6-time All-Star, and completes his first inning in his postseason debut in rather efficient manner. 0-2 with the bases loaded. On the ground for Albies, and the rookie right-hander gets out of a bases-loaded jam.
Then you say August or July. Great
and
pitch.
a called strike 3 taken by Castellanos. That's number 2 for Anderson today. And a called strike 3 to Votto.
Long time.
And a called strike 3 taken by Eugenio Suarez. That's 4 on the day and 3 in a row for Ian Anderson. Moustakas strikes out. That's 4 in a row for Anderson. Elevated fastball strikes out Tucker Barnhart. 6 for Ian Anderson today. A swing and a miss by Akiyama. 7 strikeouts for the rookie. Castillo will try it again. Here's the next 3-2 pitch. And Acuna serves it into left. That's going to roll the Wild. Do they try it with Riley? They're going to wave him around. He'll score without a play, and Atlanta's on the board in the last of the 5th. Is 3 points higher with Barnhart, who's catching him today. There's a swing and a miss. 8 for Ian Anderson today.
And that game was won, and that was filthy. Put the ball in play. If the infield's playing back with a man on third, Susan Waldman would always say, just get the run in like that.
Marcelo Zuna has struck a 2-run homer. 3-0 Atlanta.
Ozuna's had it all year long after a few strikeouts. The adjustment, and it's the fastball. The best fastball hitter in Major League Baseball this year. Almost 500 on that pitch, and gets one middle, 95 miles an hour. Taking a selfie.
That's into the corner, and that one's gone. Adam Duvall sends a 2-run shot to left, and it's 5-0 Atlanta. Would imagine as the Braves move on in the postseason and out away from the division series, that gathering outside the ballpark that we've been photographing all day will grow. Suarez lines to left, and that'll do it. The Atlanta Braves have won their first postseason series in 19 years. They're headed to the NLDS. Atlanta riding the backs of 2 outstanding young starters, one of the best bullpens in the league, and a terrific core of hitters who came alive in the bottom of the 8th inning today to post a 5-0 shutout win.
Acuna squares one up and sends one to deep right center field. Back and well gone. Another leadoff home run for Ronald Acuna Jr. And an explosive Atlanta start here in Game 1.
I talked about it in the open. This 1-2-3 is as good as it gets. Acuna led, tied for the most leadoff home runs in the National League this year. And there's another one, a fastball.
He and 2 of his buddies won the Marlins fantasy league. And he hammers one to left field. This game is going to be tied.
Way gone.
Miguel Rojas cranks one out, and it's a 1-1 game in the second. Whew. Well, if you're going to be a leader, that's one way to lead by example.
That was an absolute blast up there into the...
Pulled on the ground past a diving Riley, and the Marlins have taken the lead.
Around second, there goes Birdie into third. He's going to get the wave home. 2 will score, and the Marlins have taken a 3-1 advantage in the third.
Right now.
Here's a 3-1. Hard hit into center field, down for a base hit. Cooper will get the turnaround third. Here comes the throw. It's going to be cut off, and it's 4-1 Miami. A 3-run frame pieced together by 4 base hits for Miami. They've got a 3-run advantage.
Run a heater in on Albies right here. He went oppo, hit that ball. Here it comes. Not like that.
Whoa.
Not that, obviously. And here we go.
Yeah. Well, Ronald Acuna Jr. has been through this before with the Marlins. Remember, this was a back and forth that took place when Jose Urena ended up hitting Acuna. And now the umpires are going to get into it. Alcantara and Acuna were getting near one another. Ron Washington, the third base coach and former manager, has to settle Acuna down.
Let me clarify. I didn't want him
No,
to...
no, no. I understood what you meant. We understood what you
No.
meant. We promised. AJ was talking about trying to jam Acuna.
And let me tell you, and AJ can speak to this too. You're like, just go to first. What's wrong? You can't get thrown out here right here. But let me tell you, 97 off the hip hurts.
Backside, yep,
man,
absolutely.
you'd be
Have
mad
you ever been
too.
hit by a pitch? I've been hit by a lot. You
Actually,
probably hit me with a couple.
I've done much more hitting than being hit, but I think I'm the active leader for not being hit by a pitch, actually. But I do remember back in the day, I think that's actually a true stat, but back in the day, I can remember being hit by, 80 miles an hour, and that stung. But these hitters are so good, sometimes they hit liners off of you. You know what it feels like. That ball is hard, and it hurts,
There is Ozuna. First pitch swinging, and he ropes it past a diving Anderson. Acuna on his way to third. A little bit of trouble by Dickerson in left, and Ron Washington's going to wave him home. Here's the throw. Acuna's safe. Atlanta cuts the lead to 2. Ozuna delivers, beg your pardon, his third RBI in the playoffs. Acuna scored both Atlanta runs. 2-1. Hard hit into left over Anderson. That's going to score another. Ozuna will come around. It's a 4-3 game. d'Arnaud dives into second base with an RBI double. Wallach towards second, and it's caught by Albies. Back-to-back sparkling defensive plays by Ozzie Albies at second for the Braves. 2 down in the 4th. Duvall brought him over in the dugout for 1. Smacks it into left field, and that'll tie the game. Riley scores. Freeman with a big turn will hold up at second. Marcell Ozuna ties it at 4 in the 7th for the Braves.
Arnaud's got that sneaky right center pop too. You got to watch out for.
Swinging away, deep center field, back towards the wall. Sierra at the track. It's gone! Travis d'Arnaud delivers, and the Braves have taken the lead in the 7th. 4-run 7th, a 3-run go-ahead bomb.
Looked like a little cutter out over the plate. d'Arnaud full extension. He thinks it right away. And I love the bench's reaction. They're jumping out over the fence, Acuna especially. Somebody just said something about watching him hit a home run to right center. That was an absolute bomb. Yimi Garcia hadn't given up a home run all year. Only 1 earned run.
Early in the season is on to face Swanson, who swings and hammers one towards left center field. Back towards the wall, and it's gone. Dansby Swanson follows it up. And a big 7th inning from the Braves continues. He's 1 for 12 in the first 3 playoff games until that blast to left center. Last chance, Aguilar. First pitch swinging deep to center field. Acuna back at the track. Acuna started it with a home run in the bottom of the 1st. He ends it with a catch in the 9th. All part of a 9-5 Game 1 Atlanta Braves victory over the Miami Marlins in this 2020 NLDS. 22-year-old rookie right-hander Ian Anderson, who made only 6 regular season starts after his call-up and has been terrific in his 1 postseason opportunity. And a swing and a miss. Ian Anderson starts his 2nd postseason start with a strikeout. Ball and 2 strikes from Anderson, pitching with 1 gone to start the ball game. And he rings up birdie strikeouts in the first 2 at-bats for Anderson today.
This is critical for him to have an economical inning.
Off to a good start as he strikes out
Matt Joyce. And a wave and a miss by Sierra. 4 early strikeouts for the rookie right-hander. A couple of scoreless innings have started the afternoon. We go to the bottom of the second. Swanson with a drive out to left field. That ball well hit. Dickerson looking up. And that one is gone. Second of this postseason for Dansby Swanson.
So he got most of that one.
And a swing and a miss. That's 5 first time through the order for Ian Anderson.
You know, I don't know if you'd force him, but oh boy.
That ball doesn't have a chance to stick around. Another homer in the series for Travis d'Arnaud. Pitch of the at-bat. And Rojas strikes out on it. But he goes down swinging here. 2 away for Anderson.
With some effort again by Anderson, he's got a chance to win his first 2 postseason starts, which will put him in the history book.
Will Smith has been outstanding this postseason for Atlanta. His next pitch, John Birdie sends a little flare out to right. Markakis has it drop in. And on 2 pitches, they get the out at second base.
Wow, what a play.
Markakis stayed with it and threw out Dickerson. Back up the middle for Albies. And the Atlanta Braves have become just the 3rd team in Major League history to spin 3 shutouts through their first 4 postseason games in a year. The 1966 Orioles and the 05 New York Giants.
Look for him. He needs a slider to be good. Waino today kind of developed into his main secondary pitch. Not as hard of a thrower, 6-0, but still an above average fastball.
And he starts it off with a strikeout of Birdie. 2-2.
See what I'm saying?
Yep.
You don't need to do more than what works.
And he swings and sends it to left. Dickerson charging, and he made the catch. What a play to save a run.
That was a changeup. That was the changeup down the way I was looking for.
And look at Dickerson just keeping it off the deck. My goodness, what a play. Waves and misses in the dirt. Tossed down to first to finish it off. First pitch swinging, and Marcell Ozuna gives the Braves the lead. Acuna scores, and it's 1-0 Atlanta in Game 3.
So yes, you have to have people ready.
In the air, right center field. Sierra and Birdie ranging back, and it's off the wall. Freeman will score. Ozuna will score. Travis d'Arnaud continues to smoke here in Houston. It's 3-0 Atlanta. Off the fist. Charging in Birdie. Underneath it. d'Arnaud's going to take off. Here's the throw from Birdie. It'll be cut off, and it's 4-0 Atlanta. A sacrifice fly for Swanson from right. Got him with a big breaking ball and a strikeout. Yep, went back to it, and he went around. Hard hit towards second, grabbed by Albies. He'll fire to first in time. There's Freeman, first pitch swinging, smacks it towards the gap in left center. Sierra has some trouble with it. That might let Acuna score. He's on his way home, and it's 5-0 Atlanta. The Braves off to a red-hot start here in Game 3, looking to clinch.
Go up there, look heater.
That's a backdoor slider for called strike 3. Trevor Rogers. The other way to right. That'll get down in front of Birdie for a base hit. Albies is getting the wave. The throw cut off by Aguilar. His relay gets away. Nice bare hand by Rogers to snare that off the back wall. And that holds Swanson at first, but it's an RBI to drive in Albies. Duvall cranks one to deep left field. Back on to Dickerson. He's looking up. It's off the wall. It is in play. It's going to drive in Swanson. It is 7-0 Atlanta. It's a double for Duvall. Well, Aguilar will go down swinging. On the ground, 2 second, and Albies.
Look at him run.
Wow, he is fast, right?
Golly.
But a 1-2-3 6th inning. Kyle Wright, a sparkling playoff debut today for the Braves. 1-1. Hammered to right. Pache is over, and he makes the catch. And for the first time in 19 years, the Atlanta Braves have punched their ticket to the National League Championship Series. What a performance by Swanson and d'Arnaud in particular. And the Atlanta Braves advance to baseball's Final Four. They'll await the Dodgers or the Padres.
In many respects, albeit with a 60-game schedule. Hits one into right, and this one is gone. Freddie Freeman shoots one out to right. His family's excited, his dugout's excited, and the Braves strike first in the NLCS. 26-year-old left-hander and former draft pick of the San Diego Padres, Max Fried, is set to go. This offense going. That is strike 3 over the inside corner. Good pitch by Fried. 2-2 pitch. Fooled him. Struck him out. And a good start for Fried so far. Struck him out. 1 on, 1 out here in the 0-2 pitch. Out in front of it, Hernandez strikes out. See the tight spin, starts high enough for a strike, but there's the down. So they're digging the same hole. That is strike 3 over the inside part, and strikeout number 5 for Max Fried. Strikeout, and it is. Earlier last year, closed it up a little. Hits one in the air to center, got under it a bit. Bellinger ends the inning. Buehler walks 2. Braves have left 5. In that time, he strikes out here. See where that pitch was up. Even though he didn't, again, the slider, he wasn't trying to get it there. It ended up there. 0-2 pitch. Hernandez hits it in the air to left. Back at the wall. It is gone. The game is tied. That's called making your first start of this postseason count with a blast by the Dodgers second baseman. Well, that's what he can do. He got a hanging breaking ball, and now his 7th. Walker Buehler is finished into the 6th inning, 7 strikeouts. And here's Swanson. First pitch swinging off Gratterall, pops it up right side. That was a fair ball and caught by Hernandez. 1 pitch, 2 on, and now 1 out. 0-2 pitch. Man. 2 out in the inning as Pache goes down. They may have their future closer right here, I'm telling you. Back to him, makes the play. How about the kid? Underhands to first, and with 2 on, nobody out. Buehler loves it. Snuffs out the rally. That's it for Atlanta, and a strikeout as Fried comes back to get Muncy. He may have chased. 40,300. Just tied him up. 9 strikeouts for Fried. Another 0-2. And a strikeout by Gonzalez. What a job by the lefty. The strikeout, Culberson. And Bale May and the Dodgers out of trouble in the 8th. In the major leagues at 43-17. That is hit deep into left center field. Back at the wall, it's gone. Austin Riley has put the Atlanta Braves on top here in the 9th with a home run off Blake Treinen. An absolute laser. You're going to see that this pitch stays up. Mentioned down, he's got a hole. 3-2. Little fly ball into right, base hit. And it's 3-1, Atlanta on top. Ozuna, his 2nd straight hit. 0-2 the count. That is well hit into left center field. Back at the wall, it's gone. Ozzy Albies, a 2-run shot. And it's a 5-1 ball game here in the 9th. Melanson getting ready to come in and work the bottom of the 9th inning. Caught the home run. Another 0-2. Back to Melanson, over him to the shortstop Swanson. Braves take game 1. A final of 5-1. The starter Fried outstanding. They popped 3 home runs. The go-ahead shot, Austin Riley in the top of the ninth, and Albies hit a 2-run shot. That is hard hit. What a pick! Austin Riley, and then the wide throw, but Freeman able to keep his foot on the bag. The call is out. Out is the call. What a play by Austin Riley. He does not run, and this one is driven into right. Goodbye. Freddie Freeman goes deep. And it's a 2-0 Atlanta lead here in the 4th inning. Three-two pitch, grounded to third, and that's fair down the line. Pollock over to dig it out. Markakis will be brought around third. Seager throws, safe, and it's 3-0. Pache, the rookie, finds daylight between Turner and the line, and the kid delivers here in the 5th. A 2-run shot last inning, batting with 2 on here, and he grounds one through the hole. Into left center field, flying to the plate is Pache. Digging over to third is Acuna. He stays on the bag. Another RBI for Freeman, and it's 4-0 Atlanta here in the 5th. All right, 3-2 pitch is in the dirt. That will force home a run. 5-0 Atlanta on a walk and an RBI to Travis d'Arnaud. 3-2, and that's driven in the air to center. Back is Bellinger with a leap, a grab, tagging and scoring is Freeman, and it is a loud, long sac fly off the bat of Albies to make it 6-0 Braves here in the 5th.
This is a great defensive play. This ball was smoked, and his height and ability to get back on the ball.
That's in the air to right. Long run on the line. Fair ball. And it takes a bounce up into the seats for a ground rule double. Another run on the board. It's 7-0 Atlanta here in the 7th. Seager hits one in the air to left center. This ball is crunched at the wall. It's gone. Corey Seager puts the Dodgers on the board. It's 7-3. And there is life for Los Angeles here in Game 2. Albies shoots one into left center field. Watch out, Tomlin. It's coming your way.
That's twice.
That's Melanson. He's caught 2 in 2 games. And Albies has hit 2 in 2 games. And his 2nd home run of this NLCS.
Well, I know he's got more home runs left-handed. That's because he faces more right-handers. But he's got a lot more power for me from the right-handed side of the plate against left-handers. And he just showed it off again.
Each year is different. That is a fair ball. Down the right field line. It hits that little fence and just sticks. Betts is going to come all the way around to score on the RBI double by Seager, who's driven in all 4 runs tonight. It's 8-4 here in the 9th. 2-0 here. Muncy hits one a ton. That is gone. This is an 8-6 ball game. Muncy touches one off. That is driven into the corner. It takes a bounce up against the wall. Smith is going to come all the way around, digging for third. Bellinger, and the tying run is 90 feet away.
And with the hustle and speed of Bellinger, he getting to third base puts a ton of pressure now on Melanson.
Hard hit, third baseman makes a play, and that's Austin Riley to end the night. What a game, what a finish. And Riley, the sure-handed third baseman who made a great defensive stop in the 1st, makes a sure-handed play in the 9th. And in a 4-hour, 12-minute game, the Atlanta Braves hang on to win this one 8-7. Leadoff man is on. Infield hit by Betts, and now Seager jumps on the first pitch. Drives it into left center, and that ball is cut off, but all the way around. In 2 pitches, the Dodgers strike first. Mookie Betts from first, 1-0 on an RBI double by Corey Seager. And that's exactly the start the Dodgers needed here tonight. Can or cannot do. Here's one well hit into center. That ball is down. Base hit for Smith. It's 2-0, and Smith is into second with a double. 2-0, Dodgers on top as Smith delivers his first LCS RBI here in 2020. Here's a shot into left center field. Back at the wall. It's gone. What a start for the Dodgers. Jock Peterson goes deep. And it's a 5-run first inning thanks now to a 3-run shot by Peterson. At first, here is a shot to center by Rios. Back at the wall. That is gone. Wow, 6-0, Dodgers on top. And have they been waiting for this type of outburst?
Your nightmare for a pitcher is you don't make it out of the first inning.
Here's one into center field. It's going to drop for a base hit. They bring the runner Taylor around. He scores. Over to third is Betts. The inning continues. 7-0 Dodgers here in the first. Here's a fly ball into right center field. Back at the wall. It is gone. Grand slam. And the first inning is historic. 11 runs on the board for the Dodgers as they are just dropping bombs here in the first inning on the Atlanta Braves. Here's the last one, the slam by Muncy.
Up again. There hasn't been this many mistakes in 2 games by the Braves pitchers, and the Dodgers have absolutely not missed any of them tonight. They've been pitched extremely well those first 2 games, with the exception of those last couple innings.
Here's a high fly ball into left center field. Bellinger back on the move. He is there to end the inning. And I think the Dodgers are having fun tonight.
Could have been called.
Here's one into right. Back at the wall. It is gone off the bat of Bellinger. Home run number 4 on the night for the Dodgers, and Bellinger is finding that stroke. In his last 2 plate appearances last night, and he just touches one off. Wow. In a Dodger lineup that is suddenly absolutely red hot, he is the hottest one. That is Enoa. That is a ground ball to short. That is another run. As Turner scores on the ground out by Will Smith. 2-2 pitch. And another run up the middle. Another hit for Bellinger. In to score is Muncy. And it's 15-0 here in the 3rd inning as a big leaguer overall. That is hit in the air down the left field line. It is gone for a home run. Pache goes deep. And it's 15-1 here in the 3rd. First big league home run for the young outfielder. And part of the future for the Atlanta Braves, showing up here in the present. The Dodgers will have to crank it up again tomorrow night. This one is a play by Muncy. Good feed, and Kolarek is there. And game 3 now officially belongs to the Dodgers, 15-3. And the Braves lead in this NLCS 2-1. Both clubs are going to have to deal with it. That is ripped into right. Will it go? Back at the wall. Goodbye. Edwin Rios, the DH, has put the Dodgers on top here in the third.
And then he just sweeps it in the strike zone.
That is a blast. Way out of here. This ball game is tied. And a couple of stops. And strike three called. Extreme time. There's strike three. This kid. 2-2. Went around, struck out the side. Hard hit, base hit. And Atlanta will take the lead. Digging around third, Acuna. Digging into second, Freeman. The two switch spots. And it's 2-1 Atlanta here in the sixth. 3-2 pitch. That's into left center field. Another run. Driven in by Ozuna. Cruising into second. Another double. It's 3-1 Atlanta on top in the sixth. Here's a base hit. Down the left field line. Ozuna scores. Going to third as Albies. They're going to bring him around. Here's the relay by Seager. Not in time. Two more runs for Atlanta. And they have blown it open here in the sixth inning. They lead 5-1 here in the sixth. And Riley grounds one up the middle for a base hit. Here comes Swanson. Add another run. It's 6-1. 3-2 pitch now, and that is a bullet into center field. On his way to the plate, Riley, he scores without a play, and they just keep adding on. 1-2 pitch is hit in the air to center field. Pache comes in, makes the catch. Tagging is Turner. Coming to the plate, going to third is Muncy. It's a 7-2 game. On a sac fly to center by Rios. Bases loaded, two down. 2-2 pitch is lined and caught by Ozzie Albies. Martin fired up. The fourth pitcher of the night for the Dodgers, Dylan Floro, and there's one into center. Back at the wall, and it is gone. Ozuna, his second of the night, and the Braves get that run right back. It's 8-2.
He attacked the lineup that is known to hit fastballs.
Freeman's going to dump one into center field. The runners were going. So easily scoring is Pache, and over to third is Acuna. And another RBI for Freddie Freeman. Ozuna has already had a big night. He's going to add to it with a base hit into center. Another run is on the board. And it's a 10-2 ball game here in the eighth. It'll be the first of, you have to believe, quite a few. Unless he just dominates, and he's more than capable of that. Ground ball to first, and that does it. Game 4 belongs to the Atlanta Braves, and this night, Thursday, October 15th, Game 4 of this NLCS belongs to him. Bryce Wilson, who gets the win with 6 fantastic innings here in Arlington, Texas. Drafted in 2015, here he is to start a ball game on the mound. And he is the first pitcher in baseball history to make his first career start in a postseason game. And here he strikes out. A strikeout ends the inning. Turner was moving to third. 3-2 pitch is hit hard and past Muncy. Off his glove and down the line. Freeman is going to cruise into second with a one-out double, I believe. Although Muncy will tell you he should have at least knocked it down. High fly ball into right field. Back is Betts at the wall. It is caught. Tagging, scoring is Freeman on a sac fly by d'Arnaud, and the Braves strike first in Game 5.
And they're up 3-2 in the series.
Bellinger strikes out, and that's already 3 strikeouts for Minter. And has a 1-2-3 second. Already a career high for innings pitched for A.J. Minter. 0-2 pitch now with 1 out in the inning. That is into center field, a base hit. Atlanta doubles its lead at 2-0 as the rookie Pache comes through on an 0-2 pitch. Dodgers here in the 3rd inning. 2-2 pitch is strike 3. 3-2 pitch and got it. Minter does battle back. 3-2 to Betts. He struck him out. Amazing. A.J. Minter stepped right up. 3 full innings, 7 strikeouts. And that's off the end of the bat into right. Charging it is Betts. And tagging and scoring is Ozuna. 3-0 Atlanta. They check at 3rd. Apparently perfect base running. Didn't leave early, but now Bob Guerin's onto the phone.
The only thing that prevents him from throwing out Ozuna. Watch the transfer. Great catch right there. And we'll get an angle. We'll get the tag right in the box at the same time. Oh.
Well, that will be interesting to see. They're leaving the field.
Watch this, though. Watch him get the ball if we continue. Watch him try and can't get it, can't get it. Is an incredible.
There's a call. And the inning is over. What a play by Mookie Betts in right. 2 balls and a strike now on Seager, who hits one into center field. Back is Pache at the wall, and it's gone. 2-1 here in the 4th inning. As Seager gets home run number 3 of this LCS. And Will Smith will face Will Smith. The veteran left-hander, the 25-year-old catcher for the Dodgers. There they go. And a high fly ball to left. Back at the wall. It is gone. Will Smith. The biggest swing of his young career. And the Dodgers jump on top 4-2 here in the 6th. 57 degrees, and there's a base hit into left. Taylor is coming to the plate. The throw by Markakis cut off. And a 2-out rally makes it a 3-run game here in Game 5. It's 5-2. A 2-out RBI single. He goes. Seager hits one into right center field. This ball is up and out. Another home run for Corey Seager, and now the Dodgers are blowing it open here in the 7th. It's 7-2. And this one is shot in the air to center. Back at the wall. It is caught for the out. He came close on the ball hit by Seager earlier, and this time up to grab it Pache, and then takes a seat and nonchalantly shows the ball to the world and says that, as he goes up to rob a home run, is out number 1.
You could almost sense like he could have 2 of them, right? He didn't get his back against the wall this time and made the vertical jump. And Dodger hitters are starting to go. Center field is a long ways away. And Astros, Game 7.
1-2 pitch is swung on and foul tipped into the glove of Will Smith, and Kenley Jansen strikes out the side to slam the door on game number 5. 10 RBIs right in the middle of it, and here's one into right. Down the line, it is gone. Seager's got another. And the Dodgers jump on top in Game 6. Home run number 5 for Corey Seager of this LCS. 15th RBI, now one into left center field. Back is Pache off the bat of Turner. It's gone. Back to back. 2-0 Dodgers here in the first inning. Seager, now Turner. What a start.
And then Turner, who has a nice hitting streak, extended right here on a fastball in. And another one just outside the glove. With the breaking balls, I'm sure the Dodgers didn't think it would be.
That's another base hit. In to score is Muncy. Stopping at second is Smith. And the wheel keeps on turning for LA. Up 3-0 as Bellinger drives in his 4th of the series.
Now the Braves have the bases loaded and nobody out.
Yeah, and you see momentum. It goes from one side to the other.
0-2 to Riley. Markakis on deck. And now the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. 99-mile-an-hour fastball. Thigh high, outside corner. First out of the second.
He strikes out looking. This is what an ace looks like.
Absolutely. Buehler, his 34th pitch, and a ground ball to short. Backhanded by Seager. Throws to first, and the inning is over. What a job by Buehler. Freeman awaits. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3.
2-2 pitch, and a strikeout number 4 in the game for Walker Buehler.
The 1-2, ground ball right to Buehler. Underhanded flips to first. He's out of the jam again.
Mister, that's what you worry. They're going to make sure.
Here's a high fly ball into right. Back is Betts on the move, on the track. He's got it to end the inning. What a catch by Mookie Betts. Made the defensive play of the game last night. May have turned around game number 5. May have turned around this series. And now on the ball hit by Ozuna, up and up against the wall to end the top of the 5th.
The 1-2, and d'Arnaud strikes out swinging on a slider.
1-1 pitch is clunked to first. That is picked up, and wow. Albies doesn't know that he was safe, and he rounds the bag and he's tagged out. The ball popped out of Muncy's glove, and Buehler was there to pick it up and tag him out.
Yeah, he just gave up on the play after he felt the glove, and the ball never stayed in the glove.
Now Riley tried to check his swing, went around, got past Barnes, throws to first to complete the strikeout, and the inning is over.
The strikeout is the 6th of the game for that guy, Walker Buehler. Runner at third, 1 out. And a fly ball into right field. That ball is down and into the corner. In to score is Markakis, digging for second and holding with an RBI double Acuna, and it's a 3-1 game. 0 for 2 this postseason as an Atlanta Brave. 0-2 pitch. Fly ball into left, should do it, and the Dodgers force game 7 as Jansen has an uneventful 1-2-3 9th inning to save it. And a 6-pitch save to end game 6. What a job by number 74. First inning chance here. Grounds a base hit into left field. Acuna heads for the plate, and the Braves waste no time in game 7. RBI single, Marcell Ozuna. d'Arnaud cracks one on the ground to short. Seager to second for 1. Taylor to first, a double play. And 2 gone.
That's huge. I mean, with a capital H, like so big you can't imagine.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Albies swings and misses with an elevated fastball to end the inning. Could have been a whole lot worse for Dustin May. Lets the 1-1 fly. Swanson lifts a fly ball to left center field. Peterson going back. Dansby, Swanson, upper deck home run. And the Braves lead it 2-0.
The Braves are a team, and the Dodgers, that have a lot of emotion and play off that emotion. I think the controlled emotion approach today, not expanding or expending as much of that energy, would be key. But that's the point I'm talking about. Each pitcher that comes in now for the Dodgers has to establish his feel early.
The 3-2. He struck him out, pulling the string. He went with a change to get out of the jam and keep Atlanta in front 2-0. First one. Smith goes after it and grounds a base hit into center field. Turner's in to score. Muncy's headed for the plate, and Smith has delivered again. A 2-run single ties the game. Into center field, that'll dunk in for base hit for Riley. Bellinger's up with it. Here's his throw home. It's up the line, and Riley's come through to put Atlanta back in front. 2 walks and then an RBI single for Austin Riley, and it's 3-2 in the 4th. Shot to third. Turner comes home with it. They've got Swanson hung up. Turner will dive, and now the throw to third. They get him there. They're saying take a look, but as it stands, they get 2 on the base paths. Who's loaded, 4th inning, 2-2. Got him swinging, and Matson gets out of the bases loaded jam. The Braves 3, the Dodgers 2. Much worse. Freddie Freeman lifts this one way up there. It was like Betts didn't see it at first. Now goes back, jumps, and he does it again. Mookie putting his stamp all over the NLCS defensively.
That's how you do it. Watch how he times. This is a taller fence than center field, and he gets way up.
Hernandez hits one in the air, left center field. This game is tied. On the 8th pitch, his 8th career postseason home run, and it's 3-3 in the 6th inning of Game 7.
Kike with an incredible at-bat, saw a lot of pitches, and he smoked this baseball.
On a 1-1 pitch, it's a ground ball to second. Albies comes home. He's out at the plate. Darno puts the tag down on Taylor, and it stays tied at 3. Pitch has been the magic one tonight. This time he hits the ball to deep right field. Cody Bellinger has done it, and the Dodgers lead in Game 7. Again comes on the 8th pitch of the at-bat.
Tell you what, they didn't get it in. That ball is over the middle of the plate, and he can handle that pitch. Getting it in, inside, jamming him. But credit Cody Bellinger for not missing the pitch he had to get. Putting his team ahead. Wow.
Towering fly ball. The Dodgers come from behind in the series. They come from behind in Game 7, and they win the National League pennant.
And the Dodgers advance to the World Series for the 3rd time in the past 4 years. The team with the best record in baseball all year long, 43-17. In first place since the 13th of August are the champions of the National League.
Swing and a drive. Belted deep left. Welcome back, Christian Pache. A grand slam. Not a kid.
And a different score in the game. Ozzie ranges again. Minter to the bag. And he stretches out. Got him. What a play. Wow. 1-1. In the air. That's well hit. That's down the line. The ball is gone. He does it again. High fly ball to left. Did he get enough? At the wall. He did. Darno hits a 3-run homer. As this one is launched to deep left center field. That's an historic homer for Freddie Freeman. Number 250. It comes in Milwaukee. 2-2. Fastball rifled. Center field deep. Braves have the lead. 1-2 pitch. And a line drive, base hit. The Braves lead. A 2-strike hit for Soler. Plates Abraham Almonte. Little tapper. Back to the mound. Nobody's covering second. Throw to the plate. Adrianza scores standing up. A little comebacker. Nobody can get to the second base bag.
Like we talked about.
Fly ball. Belted. He's back. Long far up the bleachers is that going? Swing and a drive by Duvall. Way back in left center. How far is that one going? To the concourse. Wow, a mammoth home run. 2-pitch. Swing and a drive. Way back. Way out of here. It's 1-0. 1 strike. And a shot towards center. That ball is deep. Hit the wall. It's a line drive home run.
Over the plate.
Sharply hit and throw. Base hit. 1 run scores. Heredia streaks around. Ball dropped by De La Cruz. Here comes Adrianza. Throw to the plate is late. And this ball is cracked to center field and deep. And Heredia with a great catch. Slams up against the wall, and he's down on the warning track. He's 0 for 2 tonight. He unloads. That's headed for the Braves bullpen. Welcome to Atlanta, Jock Peterson.
You know, on the big league roster, get him in there to figure out what you got. Wow, what a play by Matzik! Oh, man! Worth another couple of looks.
High fly ball center field. That ball is belted. That ball is way out of here. I've waited 19 months to say it, fellas. Listen to this crowd. High fly ball, deep right field. What an at bat for Freeman. Ozzie fly ball belted, deep right field. Stay up. Hey, it's gone. Braves are back in front. I'm glad he didn't take today off. 2 hits for Albies. Homer number 28. Down 11 of the last 12 as Freddie hits one a mile high toward left. Fan going back at 375. He's not going to get it. Freddie Freeman goes opposite field, and the Braves take the lead. Swing and a high fly ball. Belted left center. And Ozzie puts him in front. Duvall's running. Pitch is hammered toward left center field deep. Kane back. Track. Wall. Braves lead it. Instead of strike 3, it's a 2-run homer. 1-1 pitch is popped up. Foul ground. Freddie is there. How sweep it is. The Braves are over 500.
The bat on the bottom of the 7th.
Hard hit. Dansby, what a pick. Second one. First 2, and the Braves win it. Hang out a gold star for Kyle Muller, Dansby Swanson, and the Braves bullpen by a run. Swing and a step by Riley. The peg, and the Braves win it. Austin Riley saves the day on an absolute missile hit to third. Matzik's first. Right back off his foot. He's going to hustle, try to shove it on the plate, and they got him. What a play. Wow. Kick, save, and a beauty. Saves a run. High fly ball. Did he? Did he? Huascar Ynoa has hit a homer.
His first home run.
In the 6th. And a high fly ball center. That ball is going to go. It's a grand slam for Ynoa. On the ground, Riley dives. He's got it. The throw. It's a complete game shutout for Max Fried. The first 9-inning complete game of that young man's career. Pitch. On the ground, Riley's got it. Crow hop. Fires high to first, and that's your ball game. A masterpiece from Max Fried. September. Little looper. He's got it. Rosario has hit for the cycle. And he wants that baseball, you bet. Game against the lefty starter as this one's whacked to center. That ball is deep. That ball is at the wall. That ball is gone. It's the cycle for Freddie Freeman. There he goes. Swing, fly ball, hit towards center field deep. Robles back to the wall. Pablo does it again. Eddie Galvis digs in. Smith ready. Again, the payoff. Struck him out. Braves win it, 2-1. Broken bat line drive, and the Braves win it. Dansby Swanson picks on the first pitch, and the Braves come back again and beat the Marlins. In Game 4, it's a 7-6 final. Grounded out. Swing and a drive by Duvall. Hammered left. That ball is gone. Braves have the lead. Braves have the lead. Duvall takes him deep. It's 6-5. The pitch. Swing, line drive, get down. Yeah, baby, Braves win it. That took care of that.
And the pitch. Swung on, driven to deep left center field. On the run is Marisnick. That ball is gone. Home run. Oh, my. 3-run shot by Soler on a pitch that he had to reach out and slap, literally. And the pitch to Soler. Swung on, ripped to left field. It's not high enough to get out of here, but it'll short hop the wall. Darno will score. Stopping at third is Arcia, and down to second goes Soler, and the Braves are on top. 9-8.
And here we go. Struck him out! Struck him out! Braves win! Braves win 4-3. Somehow, someway, Will Smith pitched himself into and out of an unbelievable night. Line drive off the pitcher's foot. Guillaume gets with a bare hand. Throw to first. He beat it. And the Braves win. Big fastball featured by Littell. First pitch, swing and a drive. Deep left field. Soler has put the Braves in front.
You talked about him heating up.
Fly ball right field. Peterson on the run at the wall. Leaping try. Did he hang on? He got it. What a catch. Jock Peterson up against the gate. Swing and a high fly ball right center field. Headed to the bullpen. Pablo. Grand slams. Line drive left field. That's down for a hit. That'll score 2. Streaking toward third, Swanson. They're going to wave him. Here he comes. They missed the cutoff man. It's a double and we're tied. Earlier. Driven to right field. That ball is down and the Braves have won it. The chase is on. Ede Adrianza. And the Braves somehow, someway win this one in 12. What a game. Walked in his last 2 trips. High fly ball, center field deep, at the track, at the wall. It's gone. Partner, you never forget your first one, and Ronald Acuna Jr. hits one into the Atlanta bullpen. Swing and a drive, deep right field. Ozzie Albies into the chop house. Wow. Swing and a line drive. Braves win. Max Fried. The 0-2 pitch. He got it. Against all odds, against all comers, the Braves are the champions of the National League East for the 4th straight year. Runners are at second and third. It's a 5-4. Well, this is what we feared, Tommy. The Braves with a 2-man bench.
That's a developing story making national headlines right now. Braves outfielder Marcell Ozuna has been arrested on domestic violence charges. He's accused of hitting a woman with his cast and trying to strangle her at his home in Sandy Springs.
Walk it off literally and raise the Jolly Roger. Fouled the ball off his foot earlier, and this one really got him bad. The Braves certified athletic trainer out to try to help him. He's one of the toughest guys in the game. When he leaves, you know he's smart.
Gut punches. This is, I see this kid coming back stronger than ever. He's going to do everything possible.
He jumps on the first pitch, drives that toward Acuna, who leaps and can't come up to it with it. He lands awkwardly on the warning track. He's down on the turf. Ball rolls into the outfield grass. Chisholm's rounding third. He's going to come home and belly flop in safely with an inside the park homer.
First half with a win, and they will do just the pitch.
Over toward third, and it's over the head of Riley down the left field line. Let the season begin.
He rips it. It's up the middle. Victor Robles comes around third, and the Nationals walk off the Braves on opening day.
Didi pops that one into the opposite field. Ozuna's got it. Bo's gonna try it. Here he comes, and he's safe at the plate.
Shallow left field. The throw.
Definitive looks at it here. And we're going to see the toe here, but not the tag. And the call is upheld.
So you could say this is easily a World Series caliber team.
Alex Jackson from the Braves in exchange for outfielder Adam Duvall. The Indians have traded Eddie Rosario in cash to Atlanta in exchange for Pablo Sandoval.
The Braves have acquired Jorge Soler.
You mentioned we could be looking at the National League Cy Young Award winner in Corbin Burnes.
He's a National League ERA leader, first in the history of Milwaukee.
On the ground down the first baseline, it's fair ball out there, throw to the plate. Soler is out there. Double play. That was huge. Soler tries to get in the back door from third as Albies grounds out. It turns into two.
Great play, great throw home, and Narvaez, talk about a great scoop right here. That's not easy. Rowdy gets rid of it quick. Now gets down and applies the tag.
Did he go? Yes, he did. They ring him up. Riley strikes out, and Burnes does indeed get out of this first unscathed.
Yeah, well, the Braves brought Charlie Morton in this offseason on a one-year deal, and for this reason, he's a postseason animal.
Swing and a miss, and striking out is Colton Wong, the former St. Louis Cardinal, down by way of the K. That is strike three, and it's back-to-back strikeouts for Charlie Morton to start this ball game. Got him. Strikes out the side. More protection for him in this lineup than there was in Miami. He waves at that and strikes out. Swing and a miss, and Tellez strikes out. It's 4 strikeouts for Charlie Morton out of the gate today. Waves at that and strikes out. Back-to-back Ks, 5 in all for Morton. Finds that. That is strike 3. 2-2 pitch. Got him. The cutter to get him. The 4th strikeout for Corbin Burnes ends the 3rd. On a run and won the division as Adames strikes out. The high fastball he chases. Strikeout number 7 for Charlie Morton. Swing and a miss, and he strikes out of the 96. That's strike 3, make it 9 strikeouts for Morton. 2 down here in the 5th inning. Swings at the 2-2 and strikes out. 5 strikeouts for Corbin Burnes, and those are the cutter to get it done. Strike 3 call. Albies hates it. It's the 6th strikeout for Burnes. We're scoreless. Fly ball down the left field line. Rosario over towards the line, has a play, and he makes it. So left at first base is Bradley Jr. To the 7th we go. Scoreless from Milwaukee. 1-2. Fly ball hit it out towards deep right center field. Duvall looking up, and that ball is gone. A 2-run home run for Rowdy Tellez puts the Brewers on top 2-0. Massive blast to right center field for Tellez. Fly ball left field, sending Yelich back, going towards the wall, and that ball is gone. Home run for Jock Peterson, coming off the bench to pinch hit. And a pinch hit home run for Peterson cuts the Brewers lead in half for Atlanta. We get down 0-2, comes back to hit a solo home run.
Really what set that up, he laid off 2 tough off-speed pitches and then drove that one in the left center field into the Brewers bullpen to cut this thing in half.
Little number in front of the plate. Out is Narvaez going to second base. They get the out there. So he comes up firing to second, able to get Riley at second base. Forced out for out number 2 as Freeman takes third. On the ground to second base. Wong took a step towards second and fires to first. Ball game over. Brewers take game 1. Hader's first career postseason save. The Braves lead Freddie Freeman at third base, and the Brewers take a 1-0 lead in this series. They down the Braves 2-1. It's a fly ball towards foul ground. Long run and over to make the catch. Thomas, the shortstop, all the way over to the tarp area. Looked like he had no chance. Throws the glove out, makes the grab. Some kind of play by Willy Adames in foul ground.
Yeah, and this Brewers offense has got their work cut out for him today against Max Fried.
Unusually so. Swing and a miss, and Adames strikes out. First K of the day for Max Fried. 2 down. Swing and a miss, and Garcia with an off-balance strikeout right there. That's a second K for Max Fried. 1-2 again. Freeman lines one to right field for a base hit. Jorge Soler being waved around. Here comes the throw from Garcia. He's got a great arm, but it'll be late. And the Braves strike first as Soler comes in on the Freddie Freeman base hit to right. 1-0 Atlanta. To right field, sending Garcia going back towards the track at the wall. The ball is up off the top of the wall, stays in the yard. Freeman's going to try and score. Here comes the throw to the plate. He will be safe. Ball gets away, and the Braves take a 2-0 lead. That nearly got out of here to right field, but it stays in the yard. Albies has himself a double, and the Braves have a 2-0 lead. 3-2. Struck him out. Third strikeout for Max Fried. 1 down in the inning. Strike 3 call. Strike 3. And it makes quick work of Escobar. Back-to-back strikeouts for Fried. 2 down in the 4th inning. That is strike 3 as Yelich knew it. Takes with him the 6th strikeout for Fried. Slowly rolled off the hill as Fried turns and fires. Gets him. Nice play. Got him. 7 strikeouts for Fried. The second time the Pena's down by way of the K.
Again, I think you got to try to shoot him that right center gap.
Speaking of right center gap, this is headed out towards right center field. Deep far, and that ball is gone. Kept on going. Austin Riley with his 34th home run of the year, 33 during the regular season, and he takes it out to right center field on cue. And the Atlanta Braves jump out on top 3-0. Popped up, foul ground, and Max Fried wants it. And he'll get it. Braves pitcher in foul ground takes control, makes the catch. Austin Riley in short right field, and a swing and a miss. And Fried keeps mowing him down. That's 8 strikeouts for Max Fried. Got him. Elevates and strikes him out with a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Strikeout number 9 for Fried. That is strike 3. No, it's a ball. The Braves were leaving the field. Mike Malinsky says not so fast. They were headed to the dugout with strike 3.
It looked like the way he was leaning back, he was going to call it.
You know where Darno had to kind of reach for that, may have cost him.
Yeah.
Taylor will strike out in the end anyway. And Matzik out of a major jam in the 7th inning. Peterson at third, Wong at first, 2 down. In the Brewers' 8th inning. Struck him out, and Garcia goes down by way of the K. Leaving 2 of the Brewers in the 8th. We'll move to the 9th. On the ground at third base. Riley will go to second for 1. On to first. That's the ball game. Around the horn they go on the 5-4-3 DP. And the Atlanta Braves were able to shut out the Milwaukee Brewers in game 2.
Yeah, the big righty. A lot of postseason experience last year. This season, 24 starts. Faced this Brewers team back on May 15th, 6 innings.
This year they battled through. Biggest one was his back. Swing and a miss, and he strikes out. His first K of the day for Ian Anderson, and there's 2 down in the 1st inning. Got him. Back-to-back strikeouts for Ian Anderson with Freddie Peralta on the mound for Milwaukee. Swing and a miss, and chasing that slider is Soler. He strikes out. Darno hits it in the air to left field, sending Yelich back. He gets himself set, will make the catch. Here comes Austin Riley. Throw will go to second, and Riley will not score before the out at second base. Could not get in. The out was recorded first. So Riley needed to get across the plate before the out at second, and they get Duvall trying to tag up. Does not cross, and the Braves do not score.
Massive mistake by Adam Duvall at first base. A little bit quicker. Austin Riley was busting it down there. And I know you're trying to be aggressive, but you know you have that run.
Stepping in that bucket big time. Swing and a miss. Pitch in the dirt. Darno will have to throw him out at first, which he does. And that is the third strikeout for Ian Anderson. 2 out in the third inning.
Lead on that, and he strikes out. That's the second strikeout for Peralta. 2 down in the inning. Freeman offered, and they'll tag him out for strike 3. That's a third strikeout for Peralta. Struck him out, came back to get him. Strikeout number 4 for Ian Anderson. Got him. 5 strikeouts for Ian Anderson. 2 down in the 4th inning. Got him. Strikes out the side, changed up to do so. He's got 6 strikeouts. Single to left for Duvall, and that's been it. As chasing that is Riley. Ball got away briefly from Narvaez, who throws him out. And he elevates to strike him out. They leave Duvall at third base. About halfway on the left side, all the way in on the right side. And this is to the diving shortstop Swanson. He gets up, throws out Kane at first base. Runners don't advance. Vogelbach grounds one to third. Riley's coming home and got him in the rundown right now. Headed back, and Arias will be tagged out. Unable to advance that other runner from second to third, and that is out number 2. Lined and caught by Freddie Freeman at first base. Out of the jam is Ian Anderson. They had second and third with nobody out. The Brewers do not score. To right field. Garcia going back, looking up. It is gone! A blast! Pinch hit, 3-run home run for Jock Peterson, and the Atlanta Braves are on top 3-0. His second pinch hit home run of this NLDS. First and third with 1 out. And this is back up the middle. Swanson, the shortstop, touches second, fires to first. It's a double play. Dansby Swanson with a dazzling play up the middle. Initiates the DP that ends the inning. On the right side. Liner caught at third by Riley. Goes up into the air to make the grab at third for out number 1 of the 9th inning. Timed the leap perfectly.
Left field, infield defense today. Dansby Swanson, 2 great plays. And now Austin Riley.
104 miles per hour, and Riley says no. Fly ball, shallow right. Duvall's coming in. Look out, and Duvall makes the catch right in front of Heredia, and this one's over. The Braves are able to shut out the Milwaukee Brewers 3-0. Line to left center field. That's in for a base hit. Avisail Garcia is coming around from second base. Here comes the throw playward. He will be safe. And the Brewers take a 1-0 lead. Finally get a big hit with a runner in scoring position. The liner into center field for Kane. Coming from third base is Urias. Narvaez will stop at third, and the Brewers will take a 2-0 lead. Lorenzo Cain with his second hit of the ball game drives in the second Milwaukee run. That is strike 3. Adames goes looking. They leave him loaded, but the Brewers finally come through with some timely hitting. They get 2 runs and lead it 2-0. Stay tuned for a message brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Duvall pops it up. Foul ground over as the catcher Narvaez. And he can't make the catch, but Urias Urias does. The third baseman was right in the neighborhood and makes the grab before it hits the grass.
He is being challenged by Brian Snitker.
They've called him out.
They have called him out.
Wow.
All stance. So it is not reviewable, and that is the reason. Because had it been, there is no way that play would have stood.
Broken bat signal into center field. From third comes Riley. Here comes d'Arnaud. He will score, and this game is tied. To third and picked by Urias, who throws to second. What a play. Luis Urias on an exploding ball at third base comes up with it for the force out that ends the inning. What a play by Urias. This game is tied 2-2 after 4. Fly ball hit to deep center field. Back goes Duvall at the wall. That ball is gone into the forest in center field. A 2-run home run for Rowdy Tellez, his second of the series, and the Brewers take a 4-2 lead. 448 feet away for Rowdy Tellez, and the Brewers take a 4-2 lead.
Well, that's the power of Tellez. Gets a hanging breaking ball and really probably has the 2 biggest hits.
On the ground left side, Urias will cut it off, flips to second for 1. It's late at first, a run scores. In the back door comes Albies, and it's a 1-run game. It's now 4-3. On the ground by the first baseman into right. From third base comes Riley. To third goes Peterson, and this game is tied at 4. Travis d'Arnaud drives in the tying run for Atlanta. Thanks much, Ernie. 2 down in the 8th. Freddie Freeman with the Brewers in a shift. It's a fly ball to center field. Lorenzo Cain going back at the wall. Freddie Freeman's left the yard and put the Braves on top in the bottom of the 8th. With a solo shot to left center, they lead it 5-4 in Game 4 of the NLDS. Championship Series.
It's Max Fried, and he has been a postseason performer the last couple of years. He's been excellent. Seager at second, 2-2 pitch, half swing. How about that? We ended Game 5 with a swing on a potential check. That's going to get away from Smith. And in to score, Rosario. Braves strike first.
The hardest thing for a catcher is when he puts down the number 1, he expects a big league pitcher to throw it in the area. That was not even close to the area.
Full count. Pollock at second. And a swing and a shot into left center field, a base hit. Pollock will head home. He will score. And Chris Taylor with a 2-out RBI single, and the Dodgers right away tie this one up in the second inning. 3-2 on Steven Souza Jr. And that was a called strike 3. Fried paints. Souza is out, and the inning is over, but the Dodgers tie it up. Braves get one on the bottom of the first. And Smith sends one in the air, deep left field. That is way back, and Will Smith strikes again. His 3rd home run of the postseason. 2-1 Dodgers as Smith goes deep. No catcher in the National League had more homers than Will Smith in the second inning. And down he goes. Fried comes back. Nasty slider that time. Hit his last time up. Not this time. Fried strikes him out. And Riley rips one. Left field line. It is a home run. Riley ties it at 2. shot right to Albies and a double play. Well, you couldn't have had a better positioning setup there. Mookie Betts hit it right on the nose, but on the ground. Game in the 5th. And they called strike 3. Max Fried delivers a sinking fastball right at the bottom of the zone. Seager retired. Dodgers strand a runner at second base. There was a double play in the inning as well. Fried deals, and Pollock a line shot caught by Albies. Inning over. Albies this time on the right side of the bag. Put the vertical on him. Puts it away, and we remain tied at 2. Here he comes, and a swing, and a base hit into right. Taylor turns, heads to third. Now he stops. Now he's in a rundown. Throw to third. Riley will chase him. Taylor on his way back, and now it's Swanson, and the inning is over. Taylor was going, but then he stopped. And the Braves are able to get out of the inning on the rundown between second and third. Smith puts up a 0. 2-2 game, bottom of the 9th. Riley line drive, that is down! A base hit! Here comes Albies, and the Atlanta Braves win game 1! This magical season, and he's got one more piece to add to it right here.
Look at this, away. He throws the one mistake he made all night, backed up. And Austin Riley, all summer long, he has carried this Braves team. And in a game we just talked about, they almost had to have. He comes up with the big hit.
Here is Corey Seager on the first pitch. A high drive into right center field. Peterson on the run. This ball is up and gone. Corey Seager, a first inning blast. And the Dodgers strike early tonight. Seager with a 2-run home run, and the Dodgers continuing the theme of first inning woes for Ian Anderson. And the future Hall of Famer Max Scherzer at age 37, Ronnie, still a power pitcher. And down he goes, Scherzer with a strikeout, his first. Puts away Freddie Freeman to the Boys and Girls Clubs of America. Scherzer strikes out Austin Riley to start the second inning. Scherzer deals a strike. A called strike 3 to end the inning. Third K for Max Scherzer. 2 strikes on Camargo. And a swing and a miss. That Mark Prior scouting report, it pays off. Here's an 0-2. Freeman takes a called strike 3. Scherzer wasting no time. And that one's hit high and deep. Way back. Jock Peterson sends it out. We are tied.
It's jocked over 454 feet, 112 off the bat, and Jock Peterson gets sweet revenge on his old team.
That is a wow moment. That was a bomb.
Pearls of wisdom, not missing that curveball.
That's now his 12th postseason home run.
Got him. Scherzer comes right back, picks up a strikeout. Wicked slider. And a wave and a miss. Scherzer wipes him out with that slider. 7th K.
Is he doing it again? Yes.
Yes, he is.
After pitching out 2 days rest, after leaving and getting the save in Game 5 against the Giants.
Scherzer was shocked in the wild card game. Roberts went for the ball. Max shook his hand. This time he gives him the ball. 79 pitches. He's out. Go ahead run at third. And a swing and a miss. Matzik strikes him out. Bases loaded, 2 outs. And in the air to center field, coming on fast. Heredia cannot get it, and it gets by him. Betts is in. Smith is in. 2-run score for the Dodgers. Taylor delivers a base hit, and Los Angeles is on top 4-2. A huge hit for Chris Taylor. Heredia just into the game. Base hit, 2 RBIs, and the Dodgers have the lead. Here's the 0-1. And that's a base hit into right field. Rosario got a late start. They're going to wave him home. The throw to the plate. The save! He's safe! Oh, my goodness. this. One of the riskiest sends you can have. Ron Washington wound him home, and Rosario is just in there. RBI for Albies, and it's a one-run game. Man, that is laying the cards on the table. They will certainly want to check this one. And safe is the call. 4-3 game. Arias deals. Riley in the air, center field. That ball's got some heat on it, and it is over the head of the center fielder Betts. Albies around third. Throw to the plate, and we're tied. Austin Riley, the king of Atlanta, delivers again. Walk off last night. Game-tying double here in the 8th. And Turner in the air to left field. Back on it is Rosario. He's near the wall, and this is going to be caught at the wall. Trey Turner gave it a ride. Almost knocked it out of here to put the Dodgers on top. Here's a 2-2. And he got him. The Braves Smith strikes out the Dodgers Smith. And first ball swinging. And it gets through. And here comes the winning run. Swanson scores. And the Braves win again in their final at-bat. Albies, first ball swinging. That is going to be caught in center field. Rosario's off the bag. And a double play. Oh, a costly base running mistake. Eddie Rosario was already on his way to third. Games. And Seager in the air to center field. Way back. Watch this one. Long home run. Corey Seager. 2-0 Dodgers. And a deja vu moment for Seager in LA in game 3.
If you remember in game 1, he got the hanging curveball from Ian Anderson, in game 2. And now, first inning in game 3, Charlie Morton gets ahead of him.
Feel like they have left so many runs on base in this series. Taylor, little flare right to Swanson, and Morton is going to get out of this inning. We're at first, 1 out. And Riley in the air, center field, deep. Glasses on for Lutz. He's at the wall, and he missed it. He missed it. Freeman now on his way to third. Riley into second base. You could see the sun was eating him up. Gavin Lux turns his head away from the ball. They've been trying to get him to get comfortable going to the wall.
You see Buehler shaking his head. Not shaking your head as you missed it. You missed that pitch. Roberts knows it too.
1 out. 2-2 pitch. And Peterson lines one to right, a base hit. Freeman will score. Ron Washington will hold Riley. Good throw in from Betts. It's an RBI single for Jock Peterson. His 8th RBI of the postseason. It comes on a 2-strike pitch. Got one back there. Now Duvall, broken bat. That's going to fall. A base hit. This game is all tied up as Adam Duvall, an RBI single. Buehler deals it, and that is off the glove of Seager. 1 run in for sure, Peterson, and now Washington holds Duvall. Back he goes. The Braves take the lead 3-2 on a Dansby Swanson single. Takes it, and it's a ball, and it's a bases loaded walk. And it's 4-2. Dave Roberts pops out of that Dodger dugout. He is on his way to make a pitching change. An inning that has unraveled on Walker Buehler. 4 runs are in. 5 hits and 2 walks. And that ball's in the air, left center, going to get down, a base hit. Albies will score. Turning and heading to third is Riley. And Adam Duvall, a big hit for Atlanta. Back-to-back at-bats. He's at the plate representing the tying run here in the 8th inning. And he sends one high and deep. Way back right center field. We are tied. Cody Bellinger strikes again.
The second consecutive fastball. And Cody Bellinger was all over it. His 9th postseason home run, A lost year by Bellinger is now found here in the postseason.
What a moment for Cody Bellinger. And Betts into right center. And it is down, a base hit. Taylor scores. Betts on his way to second. And the Dodgers have the lead in the 8th. Jansen's 2-2 and a called strike 3. Kenley Jansen strikes out Riley to start the 9th. 2-2. And a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Jansen, back-to-back Ks. Here's a 2-2. A swing and a miss. He struck him out. He strikes out the side, and the ball game is over. And the Dodgers come off the deck to win Game 3. For the first time in their postseason history, they win a game when they trail by 3 or more after 7. What a comeback. And that ball's hit well into left field. Turning and running is Taylor at the track, the wall. She's gone. Eddie Rosario with a home run. Opposite field smash, and the Braves strike first.
Someone said the Braves had the slug today, didn't they?
Yeah, well, Brian Snitker was telling us that before the game in the dugout.
A silencer as Rosario continues his hitting ways. He has been an impact player in this league championship series, essentially a half a season, when he was logging multiple innings. That ball's high and deep into left center field. Duvall gives it a ride, and this one's gonna fly. Adam Duvall with a home run. The Braves go back-to-back, 2-0 Atlanta. And now you really start to feel the screws tightening. That's a good teammate right there. Now Lutz gets into one. He thinks he got it. That's way back, and this one is going to be caught. Duvall, what a catch! Twice now Gavin Lux thought he had hit one out to left center. 2-1 to Freeman, and a high fly ball into right field. Got some carry to it. Betts is back at the wall, and this one is gone. The Atlanta Braves with the long ball. Freddie Freeman this time. 3-0 Braves on the 3rd solo home run of the night. The Braves hit 239 homers in the regular season this year. 2nd in the National League. 1-2 in the air, center field, off the end of the bat, coming in fast. Lux cannot get there. A base hit. Rosario will score. 4-0 Atlanta as Peterson drives in a run right off the end of the bat. It died in center field, and a 2-out hit for Jock Peterson, and the Braves are up 4-0.
Well, right off the end of the bat from Peterson.
Runners at the corners. Duvall, little jam shot, fly ball into center field. Lutz comes in. He's got a great arm. Rosario can fly, or Albies, I beg your pardon. He scores. Rosario scampers back to first. Another run is in. A sac fly and an RBI from Adam Duvall. 1-1 strike. Pollock, right side, through, base hit. In to score Turner. Bellinger is in. And a 2 RBI single. A.J. Pollock. And the Dodgers are on the board.
Ronnie, I couldn't agree with you more. You gave them an extra base.
Walker Buehler, pinch running for Pujols. On the ground, got a chance to turn 2 here. It'll be Albies by himself. And a double play, and Turner is hurt. Turner has been playing with a bad hamstring, and I think it got him right there. He pulled up about 3/4 of the way up the line, and we might have seen the last of Justin Turner in this NLCS. And 53,000 at Dodger Stadium go into a hush.
That hamstring tugged. You know, of course, Turner's trying to do all he can do to beat
right
that
there.
out.
And there's nothing, when that thing goes, there's nothing you can do.
Tough to watch. Yeah, it's been a great one. Gonsolin deals. Freeman down the right field line, hooks one. That is going to be a fair ball, and it bounces out, and this will produce a run. The automatic double by Freddie Freeman. The stolen base pays off, and the Braves with an insurance run here in the ninth. It is 6-2 Atlanta. And here is Rosario now. Homer, triple, single. Struck out his last time up. Gonsolin with his 31st pitch, pitching in his second inning. In the air, right field, hit well, and this one is up and out! A home run for Rosario! A 3-run blast! It's not going to be a cycle, but he'll take that every day. Rosario with his second homer. A 4-hit night. And the Braves bust it wide open here in the ninth inning. It's 9-2 at an LCS. Center field, that ball is hit well. Heredia going back on it, and he makes the play to end the game. The Atlanta Braves are 1 win away from their first World Series appearance since 1999. They win Game 4, 9-2. Shift is on. And in the air, right center, that ball is tattooed. And Freddie Freeman, a 2-run blast. It had the sound. And Freeman puts the Braves on the board in the first inning. Freddie Freeman with his 3rd home run of the postseason. A no-doubter into right center field. And a 2-run shot, and the Braves play long ball once again here in Game 5. Here we go to the second. Pollock leads off, and he sends one deep into left field. A.J. Pollock puts the Dodgers on the board. Out of here in a flash. A.J. Pollock delivers the Dodgers' first run, his first home run of the postseason. And Taylor, way back. Goodbye. Chris Taylor, 2-run homer. And the Dodgers are in front in the second inning. It happens fast. Chris Taylor had a 2-run walk-off homer in the wild card game. Launched that one 406 feet into the Dodger bullpen. One swing of the bat, and the Dodgers are in front here in the second inning. First and third, 1 out. And Taylor, little flare. Albies on the run, can't get it. Base hit. In to score Pollock. Chris Taylor drives in his 3rd run of the game. 4-2 Dodgers in the 3rd. 4-2 Dodger lead. Taylor in the air to center field. That ball's on the barrel. That ball is deep, and she is gone. Chris Taylor, a 2-run home run. 6-2 Dodgers. And Game 5 is Chris Taylor's game.
You just got to make a better pitch, 0-2. You can't make that mistake in these kinds of games.
2-2. Uh-oh. That's deep left center. Chris Taylor. Not 1, not 2, but 3. Chris Taylor. The night of his life. 7-2 Dodgers. Home run number 3 for Taylor. 6 RBIs. Chris Taylor. A 3-homer game in Game 5 of the NLCS. Another 2-strike homer.
Breaking ball from Lee.
Change up in the zone, and Taylor didn't miss that. 3rd one of the night.
That's in scoring position now. Nobody out. He takes off to 3rd, and a base hit. That's hit the deck. Now he's on his feet. He'll score. And it's an RBI single. Trey Turner with his 3rd hit of the game.
You can see the aggressive base running. Betts got a great jump.
Pollock jumps on one. He'll watch it fly. 3-run blast. A.J. Pollock. It's 11-2 Dodgers. Second home run of the game for Pollock. 4 RBIs. His 3rd career postseason homer. 2 tonight. Fly ball right field. Betts is there. Cue him up. Dodgers win. 3-2 pitch. Bullpen for a minute. And a swing and a drive down the left field line. This is going to be down. One hops out. Automatic double scores Albies. And the Braves strike first in the first inning. And a swing and a miss. He got him. Right on cue, Lauren. A swing and a miss and a changeup. And a swing and a miss. Anderson with a strikeout. With 2 on and 2 outs. The 1-2 bouncing ball. That is going to go through, a base hit. Headed home is Turner. He will score. Cody Bellinger ties the game. Slaps one to the opposite field with the shift on. And the Dodgers have squared it up here in the 4th inning. And he popped him up here. Good pitch. A fastball. Got him in the air. And that will retire the side. Do it again. Another 1-2 coming from Buehler. Rosario deep to right. It is gone. A 3-run blast. Eddie Rosario keeps his dream postseason alive. And he is the man right now. What a moment. My goodness. And he got him. Had him out in front. Mentor strikes him out with a changeup. Got him. Struck him out to end the inning. Reliever. He's loosening now. Hey, called strike 3. Mentor buries it right at the bottom of the strike zone. Got him. 3 up, 3 down, 2 Ks. Here's a 1-2. And a called strike 3. 99-mile-an-hour fastball. Trident gets out of it. The Braves strand, the bases loaded. That could be big. And down the left field line, that is a fair ball. Coming in to score is Taylor. Bellinger will stop at third. A 2-strike double for A.J. Pollock. And it's 4-2. And the Dodgers have 2 in scoring position with nobody out in the 7th. Here's a 1-2. And a swing and a miss. That was a big strikeout from Matzek. 1-2. A called strike 3. Matzek burns off the edge. Here's an 0-2. Man, oh man, that was some serious pitching by Tyler Matzek. On the mound, closer Will Smith. Got him. One away. High fastball from Smith. Here he comes. A swing and a miss. He struck him out. 2 gone in the inning. Here's a 1-0. And on the ground, Swanson, he's got it to his feet, throw to first. There it is! The Atlanta Braves are going to the World Series!
Another 0-2. And a swing and a miss. Struck him out. 3-2 to Freeman. He got him looking. 2 down. Struck out the side. Into center field. Back is Duvall. Tagging, scoring Altuve. And the Astros have their first lead in this World Series. 1-0 in the first. A strikeout. It's number 4. That's hammered into left field, and this game is tied. Home run, Travis d'Arnaud. His first of this postseason, and it's 1-1 here in the second.
Watch how flat this is. That's the only way you can hit that pitch. Flat through the zone, not a big arc. Everybody talks about launch angle to hit a home run. This is perfect for a short left field porch.
Hit 4 home runs, drove home 9. Jammed. It'll score a run and a safe all around. 2-1 Houston here in the second. Left side, base hit. Here comes Gurriel. He'll score. Going to third with nobody there is Siri. He pops up, comes to the plate. 2-run score.
And you're asking your shortstop to come all the way over after fielding. There's a little slow to get to third base. And Rosario saw correctly what he thought he could get the out at third, but there was nobody there.
2-2 pitch. Base hit. Another run. It's 5-1 Houston. Brantley delivers with 2 down.
You know, he works on hitting the ball all over the ballpark. And
okay, 0-2 pitch. Struck him out. A foul tip hung on to by Maldonado, and 6 strikeouts for Urquidy to help the Astros win the pennant. A strikeout for out number 1, and 7 strikeouts now for Urquidy. Base hit. Freeman delivers with 2 out as he goes the other way, and it's a 5-2 game. 0-1 pitch is grounded left side. Out at second, and no throw to first, and now safe is the call. And Albies disagrees. A run scores, and it's 6-2 Houston. Definitely on the transfer. That's when it comes out, but I don't know if it's ever got it secured in the glove. And they stick with a call. And that's into left. Altuve's got another. And a road Texas welcome for Drew Smyly. 22 career postseason home runs for the 5'6" second baseman.
Yeah, this guy was made for this ballpark.
That's it. Astros take game 2. Might be. And is a double play. He went, struck him out. Riley strikes out. And Garcia came right after him. Gallen looking. Strikeout number 1. Crowd watching in the battery area as Soler strikes out on a check swing. 1-2 pitch. Strikeout ends the second, and that's 4 strikeouts now for Garcia. And he can't hold on. Strikeout number 2. 2-2 pitch. Struck him out. And a huge out picked up by Garcia. Strikeout number 5, and none bigger. Hard hit. Foul. Down the line. Rosario will score. Freeman is digging around, and they'll hold him. 1-0 Atlanta here in the third.
Watch this one spin and almost back up.
2-2 pitch. He went around and struck him out. And Luis Garcia into and out of trouble for the most part. Just 1 run scoring. 3-2 pitch. Struck him out. Takes strike 3. 4 strikeouts. No hit. A strikeout from Minter went away. But they're not named Minter. Crowd chanting his name. Sticks the bat out, pops it into center. Long run and diving catch by Tucker. What a play by Kyle Tucker. Big 4 here tonight. Left side backing up Riley. Long throw, bounces it twice. Got it.
And a nice play by Freeman on the back end. Quick and easy inning for Luke Jackson. Put together 7 hitless innings. Here's a little flare. Shallow left and a base hit. Gets down in front of Rosario. And on base is Aledmys Diaz on a ball that just landed for the Astros in the perfect spot. Castro pinch hitting. Strikes out. Runner is gone. Throw down is not in time. Gets into center field. And the tying run will be 90 feet away. That'll be a stolen base and an error on d'Arnaud. Popped up. Left side. Riley. Inning over. The no-hitter is gone. The lead is not. Flies one into center. Back at the wall. Goodbye. 2-0 Atlanta on d'Arnaud's first home run at home this season. And what a time he picked. How about on a cold night, John, riding that out to straightaway center?
Yeah, that was mashed.
Tucker hits one in the air to right center. Heredia says he's got it. Braves win game 3. 2-2 pitch. Struck him out. 1 away. Astros needing something to happen, and a chopper on the infield. A run scores, the out at first. 2-2. Struck him out. What a job by the 26-year-old right-hander. Bases loaded, 1 out. There's a strikeout of Albies. 2 out here in the first inning. And he grounds one up the middle, a base hit. He was on the list last night as a pinch hitter, and he gets a knock right up the middle, and his dugout loves it. That's a smile on the face of Zach Greinke, a rarity. And now grounds one, lines one caught as it stays in the air, and a diving catch by Riley. 2 down.
That is a great play.
And for 1-2 to d'Arnaud. Got him looking, and d'Arnaud knew it. 2 out. And a ground ball up the middle. Albies has it to the backhand and got him by a step to end the inning. Swinging strike 3 for out number 1. High fly ball into center. Back at the wall. That is gone. Home run Altuve. Astros up 2-0, and career postseason home run number 23.
Well, they got a sinker, I believe, that was pretty much central. You see the hands and the lateral movement coming right back over the middle of the plate, and that low center of gravity. Ball goes a long ways.
Now he's second all alone behind Manny Ramirez with his 23 career postseason home runs. The rest all pulled to left. Bregman strikes out. Gonzalez pops it into left. Rosario is there, and the Astros have stranded 9. 2-2 pitch now. There's a shot into left, base hit. Alvarez plays it on a bounce. Throws to the plate. Too late. Other runners advance. Safe. And it's a 2-1 game. RBI by Riley. Got him looking. With a fastball right down the middle. The Braves get on the board. Now they leave the bases loaded. And have stranded 5 on the night. Here's one into right. Back at the wall. The game is tied. Home run. Swanson. 2-2 in the 7th.
Again, they're going to look back on a couple pitch selections against the Braves. They haven't had many opportunities. He looked horrible on the breaking balls.
Talked about right field and how the ball jumps. He decided to go to a fastball. Swanson, with his power, goes to right field and barely clears the wall. He doesn't care if it's by 1 inch or 40 feet. 2-1 pitch. Driven in the air to left. Back at the wall. It is gone. Back to back. Braves take the lead. 3-2.
Alvarez went into that fence almost full speed, and he crushed that fence trying to get that home run. Of course, not being out there and knowing these dimensions, but he gave every effort he had to catch that ball.
Back to back.
Yeah, that breaking ball started inner half and ended in the middle, and he kind of knew he got it, but I don't think he knew it was this close. A lot of topspin. That ball was coming down, and again, Alvarez almost catches that ball. Swanson pretty excited.
Leading off. Now he's batting with 2 down. And he hits one in the air to left. Back at the wall, and caught by Rosario. And the inning is over. What a catch by Eddie Rosario to end the top of the 8th. Bottom of the 8th. Braves batting, leading at 3-2. Slow roller, Freeman to the bag. Braves win another. Homered off Valdez in game 1. Hits it in the air to right. Back at the wall. Grand slam. Duvall. 4-0 Atlanta.
Middle to away, Joe. He is a home run hitting machine, and another one to right field where this ball absolutely jumps and flies, and you can't ask for a better start for the Atlanta Braves.
Here's a 2-2. And that's into right center field. This ball is going to get down and go all the way to the wall. 1 run scores Gurriel. They're going to hold Tucker at third, and the Astros are on the board, and it's Bregman who delivers. Maldonado hits it in the air to center. Both runners will tag. Tucker will score. Bregman ends up at third, and it's a 4-2 game on a sac fly by Maldonado. Correa hits it into left center field. That ball will get down. 1 run will score. That's Altuve. Going to third is Brantley. And this is a 1-run game. Yuli Gurriel. And he grounds one up the middle. A run scores. It's a tie game. The out at first, and it's 4-4 here in the third. 3-2 pitch is hit high and long gone by Freddie Freeman. 5-4 Atlanta.
I'd say he won the battle with a 3-2 right there.
That ball was just mashed. When starting pitching, and good starting pitching has been so scarce, as he lines one into right, a base hit. He's 2 for 3 in this World Series, swinging the bat. And he's on with 1 out here in the 4th. 3-1 pitch. That's inside, and this game is tied. A bases loaded walk to Martin Maldonado after the intentional pass to Bregman, and it's 5-5 here in the 5th of game 5. And he floats one into left center. That will get down. score 1 and score 2. The ball hits Maldonado, but Marwin Gonzalez has delivered, and the Astros have their first lead of the night. It's 7-5. That is a base hit into left. Tucker coming around third. Throw by Rosario is late. And Maldonado with another RBI. His third of the night. And the Astros lead is 3 here in the 7th. Top 2 hitters. Altuve running. Throw to first was wide and safe. Freeman did all he could, but the throw from Smiley had Freddie reaching, and by the time he gathered and threw, Altuve had the base stolen. It's close. Here's another look. I could make the argument he's out. Yeah. There's the call. Safe. That is plating another run. RBI for Correa. And Altuve, who was called safe at second base, comes around to score on the RBI hit by Carlos, his second RBI of the night. 2-2 pitch, and he struck him out. And the Astros stave off elimination and win here tonight on Halloween. 9-5 in Atlanta. They fell behind 4-0 in the first, and they came roaring back to send this World Series back to Houston. Rosario hooks it into right, and caught! Diving catch by Tucker in right, and we're underway in Game 6. Jan Brantley, Altuve will get to second and safe at first, and Fried is arguing that Brantley stepped on his leg, not on the bag, or that Fried got a part of the base. Right now it's 2 on, nobody out, and they're not going to challenge, and neither one of them touched the base, and it goes down as an error on Fried. A strikeout for out number 1. 0-2 pitch. Wow, what a job by Max Fried. Here's one over the head of Fried. What a play by Swanson with a bare hand for the out. High fly ball to left, and goodbye. Soler with a monster blast into left, and the Braves lead 3-0 here in the 3rd.
Too many breaking balls, Joe. He was timing them up, and he got one that not even the train tracks could hold.
A guy who hit 48 home runs 2 seasons ago. What a pickup he's been for this Atlanta team. And the watch party loves it as Soler just touched one off over the train tracks. Ray next. Back to Fried, to second for the out, on to first. Got them both. And a 1-6-3 double play.
1,000 in his career.
Back-to-back innings turning a double play. And this one goes 4-6-3, 2 out, nobody on. Shin Javier brings it. And it goes! Swanson touches one off. 5-0 Atlanta here in the 5th. Second home run of this World Series. And there was nothing cheap about it. And the first overall pick in 2015 traded to the Atlanta Braves. Delivers. 3-1 pitch here. Flied into left center field. Well hit. Back at the track. It's off the wall. Soler digging around third. Here he comes. It's 6-0 Atlanta as Freddie Freeman delivers here in the 5th.
There's that guy. Velocity.
How about that? A strikeout starts the 5th, and that's 3 strikeouts for the lefty Fried. Here is a 3-2 now. And struck him out looking. 2-2 is strike 3. 5 strikeouts for Fried against no walks, and he's allowed just 3 singles.
Yep.
That gets away. Down to first, Correa. The throw. Got it. What a play by Darno. Hard hit and diving step. Bregman gets up, throws, and got it. What a play by Bregman. Still playing defense. Down by 6. 1-1 pitch. Flies into left center field. Well hit. Back at the wall. It is gone. A home run for Freddie Freeman. How about that? And what might be his with a shot into left center field here in the 7th of Game 6. He's unbelievable. A strikeout ends the 7th. Big outs here in Game 6 of the World Series, and he's got 4 of them. And Diaz thought it was up, on its way, and he struck him out. Got him looking, and he struck out the side. Dominant. Max Fried, Tyler Matzik, 8 innings of Game 6 in the books. 7-0 Atlanta. The 0-2. Left side, Swanson to first. The Braves are world champions! At 10:23 Central Time, Tuesday, November 2nd, 2021, the Atlanta Braves have officially overcome all obstacles that were put in front of them, and they are world champions, winning it in 6 and delivering Atlanta their 2nd championship.
Pretty incredible. Every one of those players seems like they contributed. It's really a total team effort. But the heart and soul of the organization is Freddie Freeman, and you can't imagine what he's feeling right now after putting in all those years along with that man, Ryan Snitker. I'm sure he's looking for his wife. Can't find her, and it's hard to explain, but they did it on so many different levels, and they believed when not a lot of other people did.